Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Logged into Microsoft Flight Simulator today, and we've got the top-rated aircraft sale going on, and there's some things in here that are really worth noting. So let's take a quick look at what they've got. Right off the bat, the Discus 2C, really cool sailplane. I have not done any sailplane flying in Microsoft Flight Simulator, but what I've heard is that it's really, really well done. It's a lot of fun. People looking for kind of a retro jet, this is a really neat one. The 146 Professional, $70 down to 50. Good deal on this airplane. Reviews for it are excellent. It's sort of a niche plane and sort of a cult plane for people who really like doing kind of short to medium haul, particularly European type ops. Really cool airplane, very, very well done and highly rated. All these airplanes are really highly rated. What is next? Now, this is one that I think is really pretty cool, the Stearman, in particular because now in Sim Update 15, we've got the ground contact resolution improvements, which makes flying tail draggers actually possible now in Microsoft Flight Simulator. This one for just bombing around enjoying yourself, I think is a fantastic airplane for $8. I mean, you really can't beat that. This is one, the Kodiak, that's been around for a long time. People really seem to like this airplane. For whatever reason, I've never really been that interested in it, but it's the same type, same kind of class as the PC-12 or the TBM. This is more of a hauler, like the CT 208 Grand Caravan, but this one is extremely highly rated. I've had many people tell me that I'm missing out by not owning this airplane. I just don't need another airplane in this class. But for $20, I mean, you really can't beat it. It's got the G1000 that's been updated by working title. Now, another one, the DC Designs Concorde. Again, this is about half price, 46% off. You really can't beat that. Legendary airplane. I love the Concorde. My only issue with trying to learn how to fly this airplane is that I really like doing kind of real world ops, and I don't just have the time to put into learning how to fly this plane properly. But yeah, I mean, it's a legend, and it's beautifully done, flies really nicely, and I've heard nothing but great things about this airplane. Again, $21. And one of the things to remember is that all these airplanes are all going to be working in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, which we know is coming out in November. Now, coming along here, the Just Piper Arrow 3, the Warrior is also on sale. I own both of these airplanes, the Warrior and the Arrow. They are I mean, just incredible renditions of the real world aircraft. And I can't recommend the Arrow or the Warrior enough. If I had to pick one of the two of them personally, I would probably pick the Warrior only because it's very similar to the Cherokee 180 that I own in real life. It's an incredibly accurate rendition, both in visual representation and the flight model is very good. Lots of fun to fly. And if you've ever flown in one of these in real life or owned one of these in real life, you just feel at home in this cockpit. Beautiful airplane. Again, 40% off, $25, $27. Very good deal. This is one that is just an absolute steal at $24. The Fly Somewhere C414. This is one of those planes that, again, I haven't really flown that much simply because I just don't have the time. I spend so much time on the channel and so much time doing things around my own kind of VA flying and that sort of thing. This airplane, universally regarded as superb. Everybody that I talk to that owns this plane says it is absolutely just excellent in every way. It's a beautiful airplane, pressurized twin for $24, and again, something that's going to work for you in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Absolute steal. So I would jump all if you don't own this airplane for $24, you got to do yourself a favor and get this. Got a nice tablet, really cool retro kind of layout. Again, pressurized twin. I've flown in one of these in real life. They're just beautiful airplanes. So this one is an absolute steal for $24. Now moving down here, the C170B, again, another tail dragger. Great airplane, $24. This one, the C182RG, the retractable gear Cessna 182. Beautiful airplane by Carenado. Carenato's actually gotten some feedback that they don't only make beautiful airplanes anymore. They now really make very nice flying airplanes, very functional, good aircraft in Flight Simulator 2020. The knock on them in the past has always been that they make beautiful models, but they don't really fly that well. I know a flight instructor who owns this airplane in the sim, flies it all the time, says it's incredible. And for $14, you can't argue with that. Here's the 181 Archer. I've owned this plane in the past. I owned it in Prepared. Wasn't really thrilled with it in Prepared, to be honest with you, but it's very, very highly rated here. It's modeled beautifully. I know that if it has the flight characteristics of the other Carenado aircraft in Microsoft Flight Simulator, it should be a very, very exceptional airplane. P-38 Lightning, this is another really interesting plane. Not something that I would normally look at because I'm not really into kind of the retro warbird type thing, but I've seen some videos of people flying this airplane in Microsoft Flight Simulator, and it looks really, really fun to fly. This is where we get to the serious business here. The 737, 700, and the 800. The 700 is the one I think you're going to want if you're into things like Southwest Airlines. But the PMDG 737-800, I've got probably 1,000 hours in it in Microsoft Flight Simulator for $50. I mean, it's PMDG. I don't need to tell you about it. I don't need to sell it for you. It's an absolutely unbelievable airplane. I'm a huge fan of the ATR 72 in Microsoft Flight Simulator. The one thing that I keep saying about the ATR and the PMDG 737-800 is what makes it so nice to go from the ATR to the 737 is in the 737, you know, absolutely everything works. There's nothing that is you're going to have to, you know, press the button and hope that it does what you're expecting it to do. It's literally just perfect in every way. And I can't recommend it enough. For $50, it's really a steal. And then the next one we come to is the Comanche 250, 20% off. I mean, it's still a good deal. It's $40. And between this and the 414 and the Beech Duke, these are the three airplanes that are known to have the best flight models in Microsoft Flight Simulator. The Comanche 250, excellent aircraft for $40. And then there's this, the FSR 500 from FS Reborn, 11% off down to $29. I don't have this airplane again because I don't really need another one in this category. It's maybe like a half step below the TBM in terms of performance. Really, really cool airplane for, you know, kind of your personal airliner type flying. And again, this one is known, and I've heard everybody who's flown it say it is exceptional in the flight model, that the systems are modeled very well, very deeply in depth. Again, using the working title G1000, so it's going to be familiar to you. Nice tablet, as you can see here, but everything I've heard about this airplane is superb. A couple bucks off for it. Not the best deal of the bunch, but if you're looking to get this plane, you want to save a few dollars. That's the way to do it. This is the time to do it. So really, if I go back to the whole big picture here, the Comanche 250, the PMDG 737, the 414 Chancellor, the Arrow, the Kodiak, the 146, all exceptional deals right now in the marketplace in Microsoft Flight Simulator. I'd like to hear you guys' opinions on these planes. Let me know what you guys think, and I hope everybody's having a good day.